Hi, I'm in Claregalway, just outside Galway city, and I'm here because I was interviewing a guy for another video and he said you should come to Claregalway at the end of September because there's fellas kicking the living daylights out of each other. The venue is Claregalway Castle, and every September they have a sort of medieval get-together. They've all sorts of interesting people dressed in medieval costume, but I didn't realise when I arrived that perhaps the most interesting of all was only half-dressed, medievally, that is. The fellow in yellow, his name is Eamon O'Donoghue, and I only got to talk to him at the end of the day. The day itself began in front of the big tent with the aforementioned fellas kicking the living daylights out of each other, except as it turned out, they weren't all fellas.
Just getting some good blocks in. This one is flat down. We're going to take it to the release first proper tournament. So you're doing well?
Yeah. What are you looking out for?
What I'm looking out for here, the main thing is straps under the chin.
So we'll continue on to
because
the
if
next
that
round.
goes up,
Everything
if it goes under the armour and protection, it could cause a lot of damage.
That's it again! More than one!
Second round, then the first round.
Okay, so fighters going to take a break there now, get a bit of advice, especially Chris.
Surprisingly, here's gone.
Kind of like boxing, you get a point for a clean hit with the edge of the weapon, get a point for disarming your opponent or breaking their weapon, you get a point if you knock your opponent to the ground. So it's most points wins the round, first fighter to win 2 rounds wins the fight. We'll come up with a decision.
Lara!
Well, Lara. Tough to go there, but congratulations.
So Lara in there, she's a 2-time world champion in women's longsword, a top class fighter.
What's the attraction?
It's a whole lot of fun.
Is it?
I mean, there's something about you getting in there and going toe to toe with someone, swinging a sword around you. In a way, you're living out a bit of a childhood fantasy. There's very little anger or aggression in there.
That's aggressive.
They're certainly going at it, but I suppose there's aggression, but there's no anger. Would be one way of looking at it. Same as most martial arts, you're showing respect for your opponent by not going easy on them. You're giving your best in there, but once you see the fight ends, they'll be hugging each other and there'll be grins on their faces. That's how you know they're not actually trying to kill each other in there.
That looks fantastic. What is it?
Pottage. It's what they used to have. All medieval pottage. It's vegetables.
Okay.
All sorts of different vegetables, whatever they get their hands on. And in here, then I have hippocras. Just heating it up. It's a spiced wine drink. The apothecary used to give it to people with ailments. Yeah.
And why do you like this?
This is my first time out with them. I'm about 2 months at it. Do you know, it's interesting and it's relaxing. You know, yesterday not so much, but today much more because it is from the very first day and trying to get everything done and not knowing and just having to relax. Yeah, but it's good. Meet a lot of people.
Do you?
Yeah.
And do you have to answer loads of questions about?
Some people ask questions, some people just want to look and walk on. So yeah,
oh, that's great.
Answer whatever I can. So yeah, no, it's good.
Sure, I want to try it. You have to try these things once.
It's like chewing gum because.
Alright, time around.
Did you make your own gear?
Yeah, I made all the costumes. Just on one sleeve, I had to hand sew 400 pills, so there's 800 altogether. It's not finished yet, I still have to embroider everywhere else.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what's the headpiece called? The headpiece?
This is a coronet.
Okay.
So this would be used if like a crown is cumbersome and extremely heavy to wear, especially if you have to wear it all day. So what women in the Middle Ages did was they would make these to symbolise the crown, but it's so much lighter.
Yes, the saddle is amazing.
That's a Mongolian one. We're reenacting 16th century Ottoman Turkish horseback archers in the
fantastic.
So, yeah. Yeah.
So you're genuinely from that part of the world?
I am actually, yeah. My ancestors did this actually.
Colours are brilliant.
And everything else was very similar. Like those guys were rich. Okay, so look at the map of, let's say, 1600s. The biggest world power in the world were the Ottomans. Okay, so they controlled all the trade, everything. So obviously they invested it well as well in architecture, in arts, etc. So they have beautiful outfits, golden, bling bling, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Away. Yeah,
Hello.
talk to him. He's
Sorry, we just want to talk to you. I'm the king of Claregalway, and I'm looking for a queen.
Oh, no,
Would you be interested?
Not at all.
Not at all?
No, not at all.
There's good food and good wine in it.
No, thanks.
You're not interested?
No, you're too ugly.
How could you say that? That's terrible.
I'm
sorry.
I've offed people's heads for less than that.
Oh, no.
That's right. I'll take her down, Your Majesty. No, we'll wait till later. When it's dark, we'll sneak up on her. All right.
How did you get back in?
What do you mean, how did I get back in?
No, we've told you to go away now.
No, I have to find my queen.
Where's your pass?
My pass?
Your
I
pass.
have a royal pass.
Oh, okay.
So this is your castle?
Yes, I've been restoring it for about 10 years now.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
and do you live in it?
We're almost ready to live in it, but we use it for quite a lot of events, and we've got quite a lot of cultural events, poetry, readings, some theatre, a lot of music, and a few wonderful garden festivals. We have some schools programs, and I suppose we also open house for heritage activities and restoration, because we've had to revive a lot of old crafts to do the restoration here.
Why did you get involved in it?
I've always had a passion for our ancient monuments. Ireland is a necropolis of ruins. I always said if I could, I'd take one on and attempt a restoration.
So a necropolis is a place for dead things, is it?
Well, of just ruined. We have a great abundance of picturesque ruined buildings, but it would be nice to have a few more of them brought back to life. Yeah.
Oh, right. And what do you do normally? What's your main
I
interest?
work as an eye surgeon.
Oh, I see.
But a long time ago I studied archaeology in Cork.
Okay.
So that helped to, I suppose, crystallise the interest.